about that, folks. Get on in here. That was Michael. Come on in. I know I'm playing musical Facebook shows today. Come on in here. I'm back. For all of you who are stuck around for me to get back in here, that was Michael, our resident technical person who keeps our website safe, and he never calls me. We talk on Slack and in text message, and he called me, and that's not usually a good sign when he calls me. He's either calling to tell me the website's down or some such nonsense. But this was to wish me happy birthday yesterday because he missed it and he was sorry. And I got to talk to his children who got gift cards for Christmas, and they had to learn how to budget their money, and they had to tell me what they picked out with their gift cards. So one of them got a house that the little pigs are going to go in, and the other one got a truck of some kind. Anyway, they were so sweet, and they said, "Thank you, Miss Marla," and it was fun. So nothing was wrong. Everything's good, and thank you for understanding. I had to take that call because usually I don't take calls when I'm on a show, and I just started the show, so I could delete that show and start over. Hey, that's fun to do. Delete the show and start over. We went to Justin's house last night. He and Emily cooked dinner for us, and he come up with a new way to cook steaks. And I don't even know the name of it, but he used a big vat of water, and he put the steaks in vacuum bags and put them down in the water, and then he had this contraption, sous vide. Anyway, I think is the name of it, and he cooked my steak just the way I like it. Yum, yum, yum. And I'm not eating a lot of red meat, but I had a little piece of red meat and had some roasted broccoli on the grill, which was wonderful with, somebody spelt it right. That's what he got for Christmas, this little thing that fits on a big vat of water. And then another way to use hot water, not soapy water, but hot water. So that was fun. And we're starting to get some sleet here. So we're getting ready for a storm. So everybody, along the I-40 corridor, we could be getting a storm in North Carolina. It's sleeting it's sleeting, and it could be a mess. Hopefully we'll stay above freezing, but sleet does not look like it's going to stay above freezing. What else is going on? Politics is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I only really listen to Scott Adams anymore. I'm just done with all of it, pretty much. And but I want to ask y'all a question, and let's see sad faces. I want to see sad faces when I ask this question. How many of you know somebody who has died from an overdose? Whether it's heroin, people who've been addicted to methamphetamines, cocaine, fentanyl. How many of you know somebody who has died because of drugs? I just want to see a show of hands. I may run a survey after a while. There's my son. That is the biggest national crisis that we have. I had a friend to die a couple of years ago that stuck a needle in his arm and never got the needle out. Never got the needle out. It was that fast. So, folks, there's some bad stuff out there. I tried to warn my little sister about it when she was living, and I don't really want to know if she died of an overdose, but I know she had heart issues, and I'm satisfied that it was heart issues. So if you, I'm not seeing any frowny faces that are coming up alongside, but I'm not using that program, so I don't know. But we know people right now who are suffering, just suffering with this terrible epidemic that we have in this country of drugs and pain. I mean, people get addicted to pain medications because they've gone to the doctor for a knee injury or whatever. I mean, I was so proud of my sister Dina when she had, when she was sick, when she had her knees replaced. She did very little pain medication, very little, and she used something called a TENS unit to help her get through the pain, and it really worked. It worked well, and I was so proud of her for not. Hey, Libby, I think of you every day when I pull out my jewelry bag. So that's my biggest problem is with. Oh, thanks, Christy, for telling me. I can't see them for some reason. I don't know. They're getting ready to start up, it seems like. Yeah, grandparents raising grandchildren. You know, drugs are just so prevalent. And that is a huge problem. It is ruining our communities. And that's where I think the problems lie, is with drugs. However they're getting in the country, whether it's coming in containers, and you know, it's just awful. It's just awful. And you know, it only takes 3 grains the size of salt grains to kill a person. And the cartels in Mexico are mixing this fentanyl with their black heroin, and that's coming across the borders. So we've got to protect our families somehow, some way, and ourselves, because people get hooked on pain medication, and it doesn't take but a few days to get hooked. You could be hooked after the first one you take. I know with meth, they always said, don't ever try it because it's going, you get hooked on the first time. It messes with your brain. So let's say a prayer for the people who are protecting us. We lost 2 more officers this week, women police officers this week. Breaks my heart. I mean, they want to protect our community, and they end up getting shot. Something's at my door. I think it's a critter. Not outside door, this bedroom door. So let's say prayers for our political leaders on both sides. We've got to come together and do something. I mean, we're having 70,000 people a year die from drug overdoses. Imagine that. That's more people than died in the Vietnam War. So we have to say prayers. we have to say some prayers and call our congressmen and our senators. Yep, it comes from Asia, but it goes to Mexico. And when their black heroin wasn't selling very well, selling very well because it didn't have the potency that people wanted, people are wanting to be put out of their minds, and so they mixed fentanyl with it, and fentanyl killed Scott Adams' stepson, and I think it killed my neighbor 2 doors down. So folks, it's an awful, awful thing. A package of fentanyl, less the size of a shoebox, can kill everybody in the United States. Everybody in the United States. So this stuff is evil. It is evil. And it's breaking up our families. It's breaking up our families. Yes, doctors overprescribe. The only people that, well, I'm not even going to say that. This is just when people are in hospice, they need pain medication. That's just all there is to it. So everybody, let's say prayers for everybody that's suffering. Let's say prayers for the people that protect our borders. I have friends. We have a good friend that works for the Border Patrol. He trains Border Patrol agents. He used to be a probation officer here, and he and his wife are amazing people. They used to live in Arizona, and now they've moved back to South Carolina. So keep all our police officers, our Border Patrol agents, our military in your thoughts and prayers. This is important, and we need to do the same thing with our politicians, because they need to get back to work. They need to do their jobs, each and every one of them. Just please, please, please say prayers for them, for God to give them guidance, and get off the politics. It's all about protecting our nation. I'm on my soapbox, and I don't care if it's a wall or drones or people stationed every mile along the border. We have got to stop this stuff from coming into our country. It's about the drugs for me. It's about the drugs. So that I'm on my soapbox today. Thank you, everybody that sent me gifts. You didn't have to do that. I got this wonderful little gift, and I don't know who it's from. And it's a butterfly that hangs up. It's like a sun catcher, and it's got wildflowers in it. And I don't know who sent it to me. So if you sent it to me, you better own up to it. Yep, we need to call Congress. And I listened to a podcast the other day. It was an interview of a guy who has studied the cartels. And his name's Darby something. I don't know his last name. And maybe Darby is his last name. But I watched this interview, and he understands the cartels. The cartels have dibs on every state in our country. And instead of making money, they have switched to human trafficking to get people into the United States. Human trafficking. And there's some awful stories out there. Awful stories. So they have dibs on every state in the Union. Every state. And I don't know if they transport people there or what they do, but we've seen stories where people have been in the back of 18 wheelers, and I have my company has actually witnessed several years ago a box truck pulling up in the parking lot associated with not just with our store, our shop, our distribution company, but with other with other companies in the area, and the back end of the truck opened up and people poured out of it. Poured out of it. We witnessed that. So it's happening. So it's just sad. And I don't behoove people wanting to come to America. I don't have a problem with people coming to America. Brandon Darby, that's his name. Thanks, Jenny. But it was the most interesting interview I've ever heard, and it was, look him up on the internet and listen to him, because he knows what these cartels are doing. They're nothing more they're nothing more but organized crime. I mean, just like the mafia here, but they're from south of our border. And they take dibs on, I mean, there's different groups in different cities all around our country and in rural areas. And they get people papers and they do all kinds of things. So it's illegal activity. When my husband was a judge, some people would come into court having the same name. Same name. And it's just sad. People are asking about our vase. Here it is. This is the vase that we can put our toilet bowl brush in. And you need to hold it at a 45-degree angle, and it stands straight up. And you pull it out at a 45-degree angle. I haven't put liquid in it yet, but it says Fly Lady on the bottom. Well, y'all have a good day. I'm getting ready for a snowstorm. What's for dinner at your house? I need some ideas. I'm getting ready. It's going to storm, so I'm going to cook. Is it breakable? It's not glass, but it will break. We've had to change the way we pack it and put it in a more secure box. The feather dusters have to be in direct light or they don't. The feather dusters like sunshine, but LED light, I don't know. It's just that when it gets in the dark, the dust mites eat it. Pot roast in the crock pot. That sounds good. But I had roast this week. Had steak last night. Teriyaki chicken. I've had that this week. How often do you change the soapy water? Well, I just keep adding to it. And my soapy water is a 50-50 solution, so it's pretty thick. And I used a bottle of Dawn dishwashing liquid the last time because I ran out of all the shampoos and stuff. Finally used them all up. But tuna cabbage and salsa dish. Yummy. Chili and cornbread. Chili sounds good. Lasagna. Schnitzel and noodles. Wow. I had schnitzel last week. Breakable. Hello from Mississippi. Hey. Oh. Y'all got some good dinners coming. Justin's posted a new video. Check out the new washing machine maintenance video. Justin was complaining last night that he was going to have to go buy a new washing machine. And this, I get mommy points here. And he said, my washing machine is not draining, and the water stinks, and it's just broke. And I said, we've gotten lots of complaints about them, and Robert started telling some of the stuff he had answered questions before on, and I found a video on YouTube. He took the video and then he made his own video, and it's up here on Facebook now that he posted to our Facebook page on how to clean out. His washing machine was 15 years old, and how to clean out some reservoir in there in the drain. It's a filter system, and you wouldn't believe the crap he got. He got a golf tee, some little toys, you name it. It went through his washing machine and got caught in this filter thing, and he couldn't believe it, how easy it was. He posted a 2-minute video on how to clean it out. So if you're having problems with your washing machine, you may want to look at this video. And I may post it up on our YouTube page too, because when you can save $1,000 by spending 2 minutes, you better do it. And anybody can do it. It's not hard to do. You just need to have some towels handy to catch the water. As when you take this thing apart, water's going to come out and it's going to drain out because water hasn't been draining well, so it's backed up. So everybody go check out Justin's video. I will see you later. Thank you for all the posts you made, the reviews on the new book. And it is doing well. I hadn't got into the top 100 yet, but that's going to happen. I know y'all are going to make it happen. I see it in my head that we're going to be in the top 100. And you posted a bunch of reviews yesterday. Thank you so much. I found American Express card in the filter. Oh my, somebody, that's funny. When you've lost your credit card and it's gone through the washing machine. I found my American Express card in the filter of my washing machine. Oh my goodness. That's one way to find your... You just gotta laugh, don't you? Yes, I had a very nice birthday. I got roses from my nieces and nephews and my sister, and I got steak last night, and I got a beautiful journal that has a Bible verse in it from Proverbs, and I'll bring it in here and show it to you sometime. Well, I love you all. Have a good day. Go do something fun. Yes, I look like Kathy Bates. I've been told that for a long, long time. And I'm having a dirty hair day. I didn't wash it last night. Do you use a purse calendar? No, I do not use a purse calendar. I use the calendar on my wall in my bathroom. I do have a calendar on my phone. I use a Google Calendar on my phone, but I don't. It's hard to get to, and I hardly ever use it. My whole thing is, if you set up a basic weekly plan, you know when you want an appointment, unless it's an emergency and you need to go right away. I like to do appointments on Wednesdays. Wednesdays at 2 o'clock are my favorite days to do appointments. It's when I do my hair appointment, and I have my hair appointments made for the whole year. For this whole year, I have my hair appointments made. And then, so I get my teeth cleaned at 2 o'clock on Tuesdays, because my dentist is not in on Wednesdays. But that's the only one that's ever on a Tuesday. So Cozy's a good calendar. They've got the Fly Lady edition of Cozy. It's great. I just never got around to using it. So, because I use my calendar on my wall. And we are running out of these things. And if you don't have it soon, you're going to be without for the whole year. Get your calendar. But knowing what day you like to do things on, don't let somebody tell you what day you're going to have the appointment. It's your life. You're in charge of it. And you have to know going in, if you're going to be making an appointment, what day you want to have it on. I don't like morning appointments at all. How do you hang it? I hang it with a command hook on my bathroom wall. I have a little command hook that has a little thing that comes out, and it hangs quite nicely. You can hang it with magnets. You can on your refrigerator. You can also take bulldog clips and clip to the side of the calendar and hang it up from two sides. So there's lots of ways to hang the calendar. And we have a little whiteboard on the back of our calendar. Has anyone ever used that? This is a whiteboard where you can jot down notes. And the back of the calendar is a sleeve to store things. We used to have a pocket, but the pocket, y'all would put too much stuff in it, and it didn't work. So the pocket would tear. This way, it's a sleeve, and things can slide out of it. But this dry erase board is handy for just one-time notes until you get it on the calendar. But I know me. I don't like to be rushed in the morning. I want to get through my morning and have fun and not be pushed to get out the door. Now, I do things in the morning, but later in the morning, like 11. So get your calendar, get your chaos creator. This is the only gift-giving book I have ever written that I don't mind you giving to somebody, because it's not going to hurt their feelings. And it's good for new brides and husbands. New brides and grooms. And people, we have a whole section in my first book, Sync Reflections, that's about moving. So real estate agents love to give that book to people. Oh, I did something wrong. Well, y'all have fun today. Bye, everybody. See y'all later. I'm going to go cook something.